A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another fighting fantasy game book. Not a review, I'm just going to play this fucking thing on camera and see what happens. Yes, I am, Rio. No. Okay. So this is called Assassins of Allansia, written by Ian Livingstone. Now, I have my character sheets in front of you. Of course, they are the adventure sheet that comes in the back of the book, but I never like writing on these. I never have, and I never will. So let's get started. We have to do our skill, our stamina, and our luck. For our skill, we roll a 6-sided dice, and we add 6. Fantastic. We have a skill of 12. For our stamina, 2d6 and add 12. Okay, 17. Not great. And our luck is 8. Okay. We start with a sword. We have 10 provisions. And in our backpack, we have a potion of strength. If we drink the potion of strength, we get all of our stamina back. We have spaces on the sheet for what's in our pockets, our armor, gold, pendants, provisions, and our backpack. So let's get straight into Assassins of Allansia. I haven't played this before. I'm going into this completely blind, so we shall see. I don't like the cover. I hate these new gold covers, but there we go. Okay. Snake Island is a small, uninhabited island which lies between Dogfish Island and Ghost Island off the west coast of Allansia. Now, we do have a map in here of Allansia, so we are somewhere on in this region down here. It is rugged and inhospitable, and it is said that the reason why nobody lives there is because all those who set foot on the island are never seen again. Whether it is the terrifying creatures or undead spirits that claim the lives of visitors, nobody knows. But the rumors about decayers, worm dogs, and flesh heads were enough to put most people off from going there. You, meaning me, or maybe you, the viewer, have been on the island for 2 days, with most of the time spent making camp and foraging for food. A wager brought you to the island following a chance meeting with a old burly sea captain by the name of Samuel Crow in Port Blacksand, the notorious seaport run by the tyrant Lord Azure. Port Blacksand is just here on the map. He challenged you to live on the island for a month with a wager of 20 gold pieces should you live to collect it. 20 gold? Fuck me, I'm an idiot. All right. Being a brave adventurer, unafraid of myths and monsters, you accepted his challenge with a shake of the hand. The captain beamed with satisfaction and slapped you on the back, saying you would regret your foolish decision. I already regret my foolish decision. Okay. The next day, he sailed you over to Snake Island on his boat, the Blue Moon. It was a thrilling ride with huge waves battering the small sailing boat as it bobbed up and down on the ocean swell. Whooping loudly as the sea spray pounded his face, the captain trimmed his sails to get as much speed as he could out of his old boat. He taunted you for most of the way, saying you would survive less than 24 hours. Well, I've been on here for 2 days, so fuck you, dude. But you ignored the old salt, confident that you'd be more than able to deal with danger that the island had to offer. It was mid-afternoon by the time the rocky island appeared on the horizon, and an hour later, before the captain finally dropped anchor. Dropped trow for all I care. Enjoy yourself, he said sarcastically, ushering you off his boat with a flick of the hand. You jumped into the cold water and waded ashore to a stony beach littered with driftwood and sun-bleached bones. Okay, that's not good. You were just able to hear the captain above the noise of the waves crashing on the beach. He wished you luck with a wry grin, saying, I'll be back in 30 days to pay you or bury you, unless you've been eaten. Okay, this guy sounds like a dick. You shook your fist at him with a smile and walked off to survey your new surroundings. It soon became apparent how desolate this rocky island was, evil spirits or no evil spirits. The trees were ugly with bent trunks and gnarled, twisted branches. The thick vegetation was hostile, a tangled mix of needle-sharp thorn bushes and poisonous creepers. A cloud of mosquitoes buzzed around your head and red ants crawled up your legs, biting you relentlessly. At the end of the day, you encountered spiders, snakes, scorpions, ticks, grubs, leeches, and other blood-sucking creatures that were going to make your life a misery in the weeks ahead. But having recently narrowly escaped with your life in Darkwood Forest, the prospect of living on an island didn't seem so bad. It would be a good place to test your survival skills and hopefully reward you with the 20 gold pieces which you so desperately needed. Oh my god. All right. Leaving the stony beach behind, you walk around to the west side of the island to a small sandy beach where you found an abandoned wooden hut nestled between some large boulders. The roof had holes in it and the door was hanging off its hinges. But with minor repairs, it would be a good place for you to live for a month. The hut was empty, apart from a dented tin jug on a small table made of driftwood and 2 dirty sacks stuffed with old rags which had once been used as a makeshift bed. You fixed the door and mended the roof as best you could as the light faded. When the sun slipped down below the horizon, the sky became a rich canvas of deep reds, vivid pinks, and bright orange. The light quickly faded into total darkness, and there was nothing else to do but lie down on the sacks and go to sleep. After spending an uncomfortable night as the target for countless mosquitoes, you wake up soon after dawn to find your whole body covered in angry red bites. I've had worse nights. You spend the morning turning leaves and shells into rainwater traps and collecting dry wood for a fire. In the afternoon, you make a chair out of driftwood fastened together with vines and a fishing rod made out of a long branch, some twine washed up under the shore, and a hook made out of a button fastening. Using limpets as bait, you manage to catch 2 small fish, which you cook on your campfire in the dying light. Darkness falls, and day 2 ends the same way as day 1, with you trying to get some sleep whilst being eaten alive by mosquitoes. Your adventure awaits. May your stamina never fail. And with that, we take a drink and see if we can't survive this nightmare. The wind picks up during the night on the back of a rumbling storm which rolls in from the west. Heavy rain turns into a torrential downpour and beats noisily on the roof. Rainwater finds its way through your roof repairs and drips down onto the floorboards. You hear strange noises coming from outside, with the howling wind playing tricks on your imagination in the pitch black darkness. The storm eventually passes, and you finally drift off to sleep, but in the middle of the night, you wake suddenly with a start. The wind has dropped, and you can hear the sound of waves breaking on the beach, but you hear another sound much closer, a tiny squeak, and one which you recognize. Somebody is trying to open the door. Who could it be? Nobody else lives on this forsaken island. It's too dark to see anything. You stand up slowly, sword in hand, and heart pounding, hardly daring to breathe. Okay, if you want to stand still where you are, or if you want to go outside to investigate. I'm going outside to investigate. 161. Okay. As you open the door, you're stabbed in the arm by an intruder. Lose 2 stamina. Okay. So my stamina goes from 17 to 15. Unable to see your attacker, you swing your sword blindly in the pitch darkness and feel it strike home. A man's muffled cry breaks the silence. The intruder is a skillful knife fighter, quick-witted and agile, and you must fight him in the dark. Okay. So, on our enemy encounters, knife fighter, skill 7, stamina 6. Okay. So, I'll just keep that open there. I am going to, you know what? Let's put this down. My skill is 12. 18, 19, 20, 21. He is 7. Ooh. 19. I hit him. Okay. Yeah, he had no chance there. And finally, 22. He got some pretty good rolls in, though, I have to admit. Okay, if you win, turn to 174. Breathing hard after the desperate fight, you think about who your attacker might be, but know you will have to wait for the morning light to find out. Not wishing to spend time in the company of a corpse, you decide to sleep on the beach. Thankfully, the rest of the night passes without incident, and you are relieved to see dawn finally break. You go back to the hut where you find the body of a skinny man. 2 long knives lie on the ground behind him. He has a dark mustache. Wait a second. There we go. A pointed beard. And a thin, crooked nose. His clothing is Shazari, loose-fitting black robes and black leggings and a headdress made of a long black scarf wrapped around his head. His only jewellery is a silver necklace and pendant with a scorpion etching on it, which you take and put in your pocket. Okay. So I have silver necklace, scorpion, pendant. Pendant should go down in the pendant section, but whatever. You also take one of the daggers from the cross belt slung around his neck. Okay. So I have a sword. And I have a dagger as well now. All right. Cool. You wonder why he came to the island to kill you. Did somebody hire him to do it? If so, why? For now, there is no answer. If you want to search through the knife fighter's clothing, if you would rather begin your daily quest for food. I'm searching this prick. 251. You find a small circular brass box with a hinged lid concealed in a hidden pocket in the knife fighter's robes. There is a silver ring inside the box. If you want to try on the ring... yeah. I know this is a bad idea, but I'm trying on the ring. The ring fits perfectly on your middle finger. Minutes later, it begins to feel very tight on your finger. You try to take it off, but are unable to do so. It continues to tighten, causing your finger to turn purple and go completely numb. There was a reason why your attacker was not wearing the ring, and now there is nothing that you can do to take it off. The ring is cursed. Lose 1 skill point, 1 stamina, and 2 luck. Okay. Skill goes down to 11. Stamina goes down to 14. Luck goes down to 6. I knew it. I knew that was a bad idea. It's always a bad idea in these books. Okay. You begin your quest for food on the 3rd day feeling annoyed with yourself. Yeah, I know. You fill the tin jug with water from your rainwater traps outside and can't stop thinking about the attempt on your life. After quenching your thirst, you decide to go and search for food. You are hungry, having eaten only a bit of fish the previous day. Lose 1 stamina. I'm not too worried about the stamina because I've got the potion of strength. And I've still got 10 provisions. I can eat them at any time to get back 4. If you want to go fishing again, if you want to explore inland for food, I'm exploring inland. I'm sick of fish. Picking your way through the thick undergrowth, you see a tall bush with lots of ripe berries hanging from its branches. If you want to eat the berries, eat the berries. This is going to be a bad idea. The berries taste quite bitter, but you are hungry and eat several handfuls. You set off again, and it isn't long before you begin to feel unwell. You lean against the tree and are violently ill. The red berries are poisonous. Lose 1 skill. Roll 1 die and reduce your stamina by the number rolled. Okay. My skill is down to 10 and I lose 5. So I'm down to 8 stamina. All right. If you're still alive, which I am, 242. You pass by a dead tree devoid of bark and leaves where a skeleton hand is hanging on a rusty nail hammered into the trunk. The bones are well weathered. dark ochre in colour, and have been hanging on the nail for years. If you want to lift the dismembered hand off the nail, if you'd rather leave it and walk on, you know what? I've come this far. Let's just keep fucking with this island. 343. As soon as you touch the skeleton hand, it flies off the nail and grips you by the throat with its bony fingers, squeezing hard on your windpipe, making you gasp for air. The more you try to pull it off, the tighter it grips your throat. Arcane magic from a spell cast long ago gave the Hand of Death its deadly powers. Lose 1 skill, 1 luck, and 2 stamina. Okay, lose 1 skill, 1 luck, 2 stamina. This island doesn't fuck around, does it? This is the 3rd day. I've got to be here for a month. Roll 2 dice. Okay. If the number rolled, I rolled a 9, is less than or equal to your skill, turn to 159. With supreme effort, you manage to prise one of the fingers away from your throat and snap it off. A wisp of green smoke escapes from the hollow of the broken finger, forming a small cloud in which the outline of a grinning face of an evil spirit appears. If you want to continue prizing the fingers away from your throat, yeah, I want to get rid of the fingers. 299. The second finger of the skeletal hand is easier to prise away than the first. It snaps like a dry twig, which lifts your spirits and gives you the mental strength to snap off the remaining fingers. The fingerless hand falls to the ground and you stomp down hard on it, crushing it underfoot, which causes the smoke cloud to disperse. You drop to your knees exhausted, gasping for air. Lose 2 stamina, putting me down to 4. At this point, I'm going to eat one of my provisions, giving me 9 and getting back 4, so I'm back up to 8 stamina. Okay, 223. Yep. You set off again, picking a path through the thick undergrowth, wondering what other strange things you might discover on this creepy island. It's not long before you find out. An unpleasant smell suddenly fills your nostrils. Okay. A foul stench like rotting eggs. There is a strange mound in front of you, something that resembles a huge lump of green wax. Suddenly it moves, rising up on its trunk-like legs. It is a huge creature with an enormous oval head and tiny sunken eyes. 2 small holes for a nose and a gaping fanged mouth from which drool dribbles down its multi-layered chin. It is covered with open sores which ooze thick yellow pus which trickles down the bloated body like melting candle wax. Sounds like my grandmother. A swarm of flies buzzes around the creature, landing on it to feed on its stinking excretions. The creature's noxious smell makes you lightheaded and you start to feel dizzy. If you want to stand your ground and fight the decayer, if you'd rather flee. You know what? Risk it for a biscuit. Let's fight this motherfucker. The decayer is a slow-moving but very dangerous creature. You must try to avoid it spitting on you since its acidic drool will burn you badly on contact. With your skin, your head is spitting from the noxious smell coming from its body, inhibiting your ability to fight. Reduce your skill by 2 for this battle. It has a skill 8, stamina 8, but each time it hits you, you lose 4 points of stamina. So if it hits me twice, I am dead. Okay. Skill 8, stamina 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. All right, here we go. I have a skill of 7 for this fight. It has a skill of 8. 7. Ooh, 17. 8. I get in a hit. Okay. 7. 15. 8. Get in a hit. 7. 15 there. Whoops. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's a draw. 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I go down to 4. One more hit and I'm dead. 2 more hits and it is dead. 7, 14. Oh, crap. 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the Decayer has taken me out. I died in the jungle on the 3rd fucking day of a month-long bet to win 20 gold. That is Assassins of Allansia. Now, it actually says in the back of this book, if I go hints on play, there is only one true way through Assassins of Allansia. So they encourage you to draw a map and things like that. From what I read, pretty brutal. I did make a lot of stupid decisions, but that's to be expected. But these fighting fantasy books are so much fun. If you've just got a paper and pen, a couple of 6-sided dice, I urge you to pick some of these up. They're a great way to, just piss away an hour or so on a lazy, rainy Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon, as today is. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, of course. But most importantly, have fun, stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.